Let's have a little look. I'll talk while there's no wind. As the title says, we're at Craigellachie Nature Reserve. And I've no idea how good the signal is. I'm sure the machine will tell me if it's not good enough. Sorry about the wind, folks. It looks like we have, yeah, nice wee caravan site. Well, I say nice, a caravan site. Let's see who's saying hello. Explore Malaysia. Hi. Just turn round and say hi. Hi, thanks very much for looking in. Hope you're having a good day. We've just started a weekend of hiking up here in the Highlands. So we've stopped at Aviemore for a quick 2-hour hike. It's a good day for it, yeah. So far so good. If we get sun for a day or two, that would be nice. I'm following Amanda, so I hope Amanda's going the right way, because we had a choice at that point. I think we're right. I see big signs here. No, not alone today. I'm just at the back. I'll need to catch up. There's a whole bus load of us, so I think maybe 30 people to 40 people, maybe 30, and this is where we are. That's it in English, Craigellachie National Nature Reserve, and that's where we're going. So where are we? Presumably starting there and up here and down. Actually, I think we're just doing the short one up and then back down again. And we can see various things, melons, I think that's a melon. And that's it written in Gaelic, sorry. There we are. Okay, bird breeding season, don't disturb the birds. Okay, let's catch up with them. Thanks for looking in. It's good if somebody watches. I don't know how good the signal will be today. Come on. Oh, going the right way, I see people ahead. Oh, I need to catch up. It's maybe a wee bit jerky as I try to speed up. What have we got over here? Little pond. Main road's not far away, obviously. It's a nice track. I didn't need boot, really, so far. Hello. Thank you. Okay, that way to a viewpoint. This way to follow the rest. There's things going on in the woods today. Maybe a bit of orienteering or something. Hello. Is it orienteering or just a fun day out?
Town Primary School out with me, the Rangers.
Oh, brilliant. Enjoy yourselves.
Their first outing since COVID.
Oh, they'll really enjoy it then.
It's nice to be back.
So it is. We're up here for 3 days, so I'm looking forward to it. Thank you. There we are. They've been consulting the map down there, so they must have maybe went the wrong way. Still thinking about it. I might have to consult my map as well. See where we're going. Let's take a shortcut. That's good. I have to make sure I don't lose a group because my wife has got my lunch. Isn't this great? To be out in the fresh air. The lady in there, I don't know if you heard, I was saying that there was the primary school. We're out with the ranger. This was the first outing with the ranger for 3 years. These are. Can we come up? Come on. You can look these up. Is it morning still? Is it afternoon? It's afternoon. I must stop saying good morning to people. High Mountain Dale. It's really nice, yeah. We have been up in this nature reserve before, some years ago. But it's nice to have a wander. The signal seems to be holding up reasonably well. Could either of you confirm that it's actually an okay signal at your end? We are close to the town of Aviemore, or village of Aviemore. So it will have a good signal, but we are getting further out and further up, so it might start to degrade a bit. Still puffy and panting a bit, I'm afraid, so my head will sound a bit clogged up as I'm still recovering from my cold. Looks like we're going up, up, up. Thanks, Explore Malaysia. Kind of you to say so. I quite enjoy doing this live streaming business. I think for some live streaming you have to be well prepared beforehand. You know, if it was a city live stream and I'm showing you around somewhere, I need to do my homework beforehand so I could tell you something of value as we went. For a nature reserve one like this, it's just a case of showing you what's what, as much as I know. For example, I know that these white things here, which have closed over for now, are called wood anemones, and these things, the purple ones, are called dog violets. All of this stuff here, these are called bilberries. Generally in the world they'd be called bilberries in the English speaking parts of the world. In Scotland we also call them blaeberries, and that's the flower just now, and that flower will produce eventually black berries, like the blueberries that you buy in the supermarket, except a bit smaller. There's more of these wood anemones still open. Yeah, it's a free treat if you're on a walk, on a hike like this, somewhere on a moorland, and you find blaeberries, also called bilberries or whortleberries or blueberries, and you find them. They're delicious if you're a little bit thirsty. That's a fern's coming up, and I think they call those fiddleheads for obvious reasons. They do look like the top of a fiddle, don't they? Oh, we might get good views from the top, and we might get a signal. It seems to be holding up. And now we're having a little rest up here. And because it's a live stream, I don't really want to. Yep. Now, if I was using this, how easy is it for me to increase the magnification, I wonder? Not really, I need to do it like this. That's okay, isn't it? That's alright. And back to where we were. Brilliant. Well, we headed off this morning from East Kilbride at 9 o'clock, so that's 4 hours away now. So breakfast was about 8 o'clock, which means it really is time we're eating again. So I've got some water in my backpack. My wife has got, I hope my wife has got a pork pie for me and for her little ones. And I think once we get to a high point on this walk, the leaders will declare lunchtime. We can all sit down and have our sandwiches or whatever. There's another type of fern, this time not the fiddlehead type. Nice though, isn't it? Different kind. Oh, there's other things I know. Under here you see these leaves here. If we were to dig in enough, if I was going to mess about in the nature reserve digging, which I'm sure wouldn't be allowed, that's called pig nut. I remember that from my childhood. If you dig into the surface a bit, you'll find little knobbly bits, which I suppose are rhizomes, little storage organs, and they're edible. You just clean them off with a bit of spit and chew them up like little nuts. I'm getting braver with doing live streams for long periods. Hi Scott, how you doing? Is this your lunchtime? Yeah, lunchtime is what you want, is something like this to look at, to make you wish you were outside somewhere. Craigellachie Nature Reserve, and the signal is remarkably good. Yep, I'll bet, I will bet. Yeah, it's really nice. The temperature is lovely. I can actually do without my fleece which I'm wearing. Fleece today, short sleeve shirt and small backpack. It's just my day pack really. Turn this round. Okay, you're welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I've only been walking for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. The bus just arrived. The way they work it for the weekend is we come up today, stop off on the way up to Craigellachie, which is not far away, and have a quick walk for like 2 hours just to break the journey a bit, and then on up to the hotel to get our rooms. I'll show you something else interesting here, and there'll be more walks, proper walks, over the next Saturday and Sunday. That there, anybody know the name of this one? If anybody's watched my recent video, live stream from Glasgow Botanic Gardens, this one's called butterwort, and it's a insectivorous plant. Insects stick on the leaves and the leaves roll up over them and digest them. I'm putting a proper video from the Botanic Gardens up. I tried it last night, but my computer had all sorts of problems with it, running out of memory for doing the task. So I've got it all rendered. I just need to then try and upload it. I think maybe one issue was my daughter and her partner's Wi-Fi when I was doing this last night. It's a bit slow. I think that was maybe an issue. So back home tonight I'll have Virgin Media Wi-Fi and see if I can upload it. No, not tonight. That'll be, yeah, we're coming back on Monday, so that'll be Monday night. I'll set it rolling while we have some dinner that it can do its thing. No tent this time. No tent. Yeah, thanks. I'll try and find as many odd bits of detail. It's good to find the little plants, particularly for me, because I'm getting a bit rusty with the names of these. To some extent it doesn't matter what the names are, but it's just nice to know. It's nice to know you haven't forgotten everything. So some things I remember no problem, like wood anemones that you've seen. Other things I need to go to the book or to the excellent Facebook group, which is Wildflowers of Britain and Ireland. So if anybody is watching this who's into wildflowers, that's on Facebook, Wildflowers of Britain and Ireland. Great. If you have any problems with identification, you put the picture up on there their group pages, and almost within minutes you'll have several people giving you lots of good detail, Latin names and common names and everything else. Oh, wind has dropped, the sun has come out. This is great. Hi Thompson, how you doing? How's the winds? It's a good wee trail, fair enough. Yeah, you're right. I was going to say you won't get lost on it at the beginning, where the first waymarks gave different options. I thought for a horrible second I was going to get lost on the first easy walk of the weekend. That's all these wildflowers are still surviving. The wood anemones, I don't think they'll last for much longer. I think dog violets pop up for a good part of the summer. And there they all go, our merry gang, apart from about 4 who are doing other things. I think we'll be walking into Aviemore and having a coffee or something. Oh, there's a dog violets again, too convenient to miss since they're here. Beautiful. Yeah, going through to Edinburgh to watch tomorrow, Thompson. Yeah, I'm not going to be left too far behind because, as I can mentioned earlier on, Susan's got my lunch in her bag. I hope. If she hasn't, I'll be surviving on a caramel log until hotel dinner time. And I'm sure I've got a load of nuts around as well. Normally carry some salted cashews with me on walks, and most of the time, you know, a couple of handfuls of those and a cup of coffee or a drink of water, and that's really enough to do me. I don't get hugely hungry on walks usually. This terrain here, you just have to watch your feet a bit because there's lots of roots as well as boulders. Sun's out again, beautiful. What else have we got down here that's worth seeing? I'm not sure what that one is. It's one of the pea family, that's for sure, but I think it's maybe a vetch or a bird's foot trefoil. Oh, what have we got here? Look. Now these ones are quite cool, interesting wee things, people passing by often. And I think those are Viper's bugloss. Weird name. If you've got a spare window to open up, you could confirm that for me. Viper's bugloss. Hi Ute and Boots, thanks very much for looking in. It's very kind of you. It's great when people do look at live streams. Live streams are a bit like premieres. I think they're a different kind of animal to your normal YouTubes. You know, premieres, I seem to have discovered, are mainly about chats and friends meeting together. It's like a meeting in a pub and you're trying to keep an eye on the video at the same time. As live streams, I don't know, I haven't quite got a handle on live streams yet, but I think live streams are more, they're a bit of both actually, because it's like a wee meeting of buddies having a chat. meeting new acquaintances as you go along, because you'll find other names popping up that channels that you don't know, like Ute Boots and Scots Land, things like this. Maybe you haven't come across those. Most of the time though, I'll find it's a small world in YouTubing, as I said to Ute Boots the other day. It's a small world. Number of people you tend to know. You do the same things and watch the same channels, which is great. There we go. Yeah, I think it's just great, the community aspect of YouTube. I think to me is much more important than all the money making aspects of it. I think if you're into it in a big way, making lots of cash and having hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you probably lose out on a lot. You gain financially, no doubt, but you lose out on a lot. Oh, what's that? Oh, I have no idea what that is. Hey, I don't know if I can focus on that better. Not really. I have a good idea. I'll be able to look that up. Yeah, that's one that I have not a clue what it is. No, I don't know if you know that one, anybody. That one there. 4 petals, yellow, little divided leaf. That's tormental. Which has been used as folk medicine for, now I don't know which way they've gone. Have they gone down now? It's calling it down or up? No idea. This is the point where I've gone lost. Let's have a look down. How long have we walked? Not very long. Let's try up. Let's try up. Let's see where they've gone. Ah, there, I see a Ron's rucksack through the trees. That'll be us. Star of Bethlehem type thing. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. You can see the leaves in that clip clearly, so yeah, people are pausing up there to take off jackets because it's so hot. Whew. I know that one too, I think. You recognise it, anybody? Looks like clover, but it isn't. I think that one is, I think it's oxalis. I'd like to look up oxalis, O-X-A-L-I-S, just to be sure. Certainly the leaves are like oxalis. Afternoon. Hi. Yeah, looks like they're going for the up. That looks like the final climb. And then it'll be lunch up there. And I'll walk back down again. Just hoping we've got some good views. More dog violets. Some good views up there. I might manage to see the cairngorms. So that's the viewpoint. Here we go. And that structure, I think, is to do with drinking water supply for Aviemore. Oh, I'm looking forward to that pork pie. This is one which every Brit will know, and possibly some others. A fern, a type of fern, and this one is bracken. Bracken's going to be kind of up to this kind of height eventually. It starts off from humble beginnings. And if you're walking through this stuff when it is, you know, head height or pretty close to it, you do have to watch out because we have ticks in this country, which are little eight-legged, related to the arachnids, I think, spiders and the like, and they will drop off. They climb up onto the vegetation like ferns, bracken ferns in particular with us. And if you've got bare arms or bare legs or bare neck, even if it's tall enough stuff, they will drop off and the vegetation is disturbed by you walking past. Drop onto your skin, find a suitable part and dig their little nose parts right into your skin. Their head just about disappears into your skin. And on their own it's not so bad, but they do carry a bacterial disease called Lyme disease, which is serious. If it gets a grip on you, it causes lots of nervous muscular issues. Yeah, it can be devastating for people occasionally. So I'll mention more about that when the wind dies down. Breath. Catch my breath. Yeah, I wish there was a pub at the top. It'd be great. I'm quite pleased today. On the way up, we have a kind of raffle. So most people hand things in. So we ended up getting a bottle of wine back that we had given into the raffle. Plus my wife won another bottle of wine, bottle of Merlot, which I'd prefer anyway. We handed in was an interesting looking label for a white New Zealand wine, I think. I can't remember the name of it. Something to do with pigs. And we got an extra bit of money back individually from our booking because it was more economical than it was costing that to begin with, due to free places and things like that. Well, free places. Well, look at that, that is all that bilberry stuff over there. Yeah, good feeding for the animals. I imagine the voles and mice and various things will enjoy them. Probably foxes will eat just about everything. And all of those trees with the slightly dangly branches are birch, silver birch. The silver birch, the bark of those things is amazingly rich in oils and energy. So if you're camping and you really want to have, it's another nice thing, if you're camping and you really want to have a good fire starter, a little bit of birch bark works wonders. As long as it's bone dry, you can shred it up with your fingernails, get it as fine as you can, put a couple of sparks into it, or if you have to, use a match, and you'll get a brilliant orangey flame with a lot of smoke with it. And then you get your kindling on. And there we go, onwards and upwards. Yeah, lots of wood anemone and dog violets. Hear the birds? Wow, are you picking that up? That's great. I know the wind noise is definitely an issue using the phone as I'm doing. I've tried to solve it, I just haven't the time to put it all in action before we came away. But I've got a lavalier, or lavalier, I don't know how you pronounce it correctly, a lavalier lapel mic, but it's got a 3.5 jack plug on the end of it. It doesn't fit into the iPhone anymore. I've now got this lightning connector, I think it's this USB-C or something it's called. So after a great deal of difficulty talking to Apple about it, I've got a dongle to plug into the phone first. After that I should be able to plug in the lapel mic into the dongle, also called an adapter, 3.5mm to lightning or USB-C plug. As I say, I haven't had time to open the thing up. I want to do an unboxing. So maybe Tuesday. I won't have energy on. In fact, Tuesday I'll be doing a recce walk, so maybe it won't be Tuesday, it might be Wednesday. Life when you're retired isn't as sedate as some people might have you believe. Yeah, I think birdsong Yeah, definitely birdsong beats the city traffic noise. Yeah, I've got a power bank with me as well. It's got the phone was fully charged and it does remarkably well. I was reading yesterday that the battery lasting time for the iPhone 13 is something like 35 hours or 32 hours. So I certainly can get more than a day out of it, unless I'm doing something with it that makes it really hot. I suppose if I was doing a lot of OS Maps app work with it, a lot of GPS stuff, that might wear it out. I used to wear out my old phone very fast. Yeah, I don't know. To some extent work was easier. But generally not as much fun. And we're going kind of over a few humpy bits here. I've just come down a hill there. It could be that the signal will be dropped, so apologies if that happens. Let's see. Let's explore Malaysia. It's gone now, I think, so thanks very much for looking in. Hi Dawn. How are you doing? I don't know if that was 39 steps. I should have counted. Well, getting better. Yeah, I don't have a gimbal for this, so I'm kind of aware that it may be jerky. I'll try to move slowly when I can. I just have it on a little tripod which is attached to a mount, a very expensive mount which is made to allow the Pocket 2 camera that some of us have got to attach to the phone and then be held both together in this mount. So even though I'm not using the Pocket 2 today, I'm using the mount. The mount is really useful for this anyway. Gives a good firm grip of the phone. And I've got my little wiry tripod. And I found the wiry tripod is pretty much better than these Gorilla Pods. I've had 2 Gorilla Pods and they all start to let me down. They start to get a bit too slidey and begin to collapse. Or they pop out of their sockets. You puffed. Just do a live stream from here and it's working all the way up to here.
Wow.
So there must be a great signal from somewhere up there on one of these hills. I don't want to intrude on Robert's phone call. So I'll hang back a bit. Yeah, it's good done. It should hopefully be even better in a few minutes. The best view of all is going to be the pork pie. That I think is in my wife's backpack. It's definitely not in mine. So that I'm looking forward to. I'm in a bit of a rush this morning, so I didn't have much. I had a tiny little bowl of muesli. A mouse would have been overfed with it, but enough for me. Here comes the wind. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Must be almost there. Yeah, steep track up. Yeah, it's a sign of pure air if you've got this type of lichen on the tree, which is foliose, leafy foliose lichen. Very sensitive to pollution, especially sulfur dioxide, which you get from burning fossil fuels. So if you find lots of these growing, it means the air is quite free of such things. There we are. Yeah, bit of a rest. People would say, when are we going to have lunch? It looks to me there might be another hill at the back of that, just through the trees there. I don't know if you can see it. Just through there, you can see more hill. I think we're talking a 2 hour walk, so what time is it? It's now, yeah. We haven't been walking for long. I think we've only been walking for half an hour, so another half hour would take us up that hill. And then an hour back down, less than an hour back down. What is there to see? We'll catch up. We're about to head off again. What you do get is great patter with a load of hikers. Yeah, it's windy up there. There's trees gusting. We might be coming back down a bit to have lunch. Too cold up there. Have we got a dog? Oh, dogs, we love dogs. Cheers, Don. Thanks very much for dropping in. go onwards and upwards. Some club walk, isn't it?
Eh?
Some club walk. Right, I've now discovered how to make this a wide angle view. I've been taking it at ×1 or ×2 occasionally. That's better. Right, bye Don.
Switzerland, they were going to France, they were going everywhere.
Yeah, it's good. This idea, it's good to feel you're part of it. I've watched occasional live streams from, there's a girl in Hong Kong, and it's great to be, you know, Sunday morning or whatever, going with her and her buddy, kind of up looking at temples or whatever, you know, it's when you call it vicarious travel. Some places you could never actually get to or are likely to get to, and you can have a non-touristy experience of them, more like the locals. So that is one of the benefits, as you say, Scots. Hopefully people feeling they're part of the group. I don't know how it would be if we had people able to actually vocally contribute, you know, actually make their comments by voice rather than typing. I don't know how that would go. If I'll turn round away from the wind. Lovely trickling streams, leaves blowing in the wind. Now, I have got a waterproof phone, so I could dunk it in, but I'm not going to. My case says it's waterproof to 6 foot under, but an hour. But yeah, who's going to chance that on an iPhone 13 mini? Whew. Wow, I'll turn this round and see the view. Do you see this?
I was planning my shorts each day. I'm not going to be fit.
Wow.
The high one. Back there.
Oof. So is that the start?
Aye. That one there. Aye, you're there. Aye. Yeah. I've never done it. That's Sunday's walk. Aye. But Sunday's walk, isn't it? Sunday. Yeah. Aye, the point was on shadow at the back. Yeah.
I've never seen this before. Scenic photo post. Is this for putting your...
These are that sort of range on my phone. I changed my phone.
This camera here.
You just go out.
View from this side. What?
If you hit you, then it comes out.
So is this a point? I haven't seen one of these before. This camera here, view from this side.
Outdoor active, it comes up. You've got to download it and all that.
Just in case you don't know where to stand, take a photo. So that's the start of the Cairngorms there. Is it? Does that start the Cairngorms, that bit?
Yeah, it's Cairngorms, yeah.
That's the start.
Yeah, don't ask me what one's what. This little bit McDouey is away in the back.
Here's Glendall. It can't be far away from here, can it? Glendall. That's where we're doing a walk.
Next week.
Is it next week, no?
Yeah, next Saturday. Yeah, that's up towards Braemar.
Is it? That's a bit further
Yeah.
up the side.
We've got a light coming now.
Yeah, it's a bit better for your photos.
This is a nice little leg stretcher for tomorrow.
Isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it won't hit so hard. Although you've been doing a lot recently. I'm just doing a wee live stream, by the way. This is a thing I'm sort of a bit of mods as I started to get into recently along with the videos. It's great, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen a few of them on YouTube.
Oh yeah. I used to think it took a lot of data to do this kind of thing. And I've got 15 gigabytes in my contract.
Very good.
And it doesn't really use much at all. I've got about 10 gigabytes left to last me for a week. Gosh, we get up that top one. I'll be ready for my pie by the time we get up there. As if I wasn't already. coming back the same way, so if you didn't want to go all the way up.
I think it's a circle. I'm not sure.
It could be back the same
I know there's one way is a circular, but there's one kind of for the night bit as well. I'm not sure which one we're on. Yeah, a few people coming up today. I suppose if you're staying in Aviemore, it's an obvious wee thing to do. Whew. Scott says hi. Oh, being back to work again, that's tough. Somebody's got to do it to keep the pensions going. Thanks for looking in, Scott. Enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. Almost there. I mean, where they are just now, they're almost at the top.
Yeah,
That's not far.
it's a long way.
Yeah, it won't take us long. This reminded me of, what does it remind you of? Yeah. Right, cheers Mount Dale, thanks for looking in. Hope that cheered up your lunch break a bit. See you again. That's great. I've had a good few people looking in. At one point I got 5 still looking in. Whew. Whew. Well, if you're one of the 5 still walking with us, you could click a hi, say hi. And are you enjoying the walk? Yeah, do you want to stop and have a lunch here? Is that it? Is that the top? No false summits, there we go.
Probably 25% to go up.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, I don't know if that's insulting to all walk or put your
Not insulting at all.
No, I don't think you use it. Well, if you do,
Deer grass. We'll definitely take the next bit slow since it's quite steep. We'll definitely take the next bit nice and slow. one. Cotton grass, that one is. Definitely get windier the higher we get. Oops, high sea Scotland. You're certainly seeing a bit. On the seat, have a boulder, and the views are getting more and more open all the time.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Isn't it? So that is the start of the Cairngorms mountain range. So I think it's the only place in Britain that's got the Arctic tundra flora, isn't it, up there?
I think so.
You get things growing up there that you don't get anywhere else because the conditions are so fierce. It's going to be like Central Station up there when we get there. I don't know how much better the views can be once we get up here, because we're seeing quite a lot. I suppose we might see over that far side there. If you've been to Aviemore, you'll probably recognise some of the buildings, some of the hotels. Spot the station over there. I do love places that have got a railway station. Oh well. Little lock up there, don't know which one that is. I know that Loch Mollich is round about here somewhere. Which direction, I don't quite know. It could be. I used to come up here a lot, so maybe 20 years ago I came up here a lot to do photography of the huskies. The Siberian Husky annual race was up here. So I've stayed a number of times either in a hotel or in bed and breakfast, usually bed and breakfast for cheapness, taking the photos. In those days it was photos printed on paper, taken with real film and handed into the local Aviemore photography shop for developing. People were so keen on it when they asked what I was doing. They said, could you get a photo of their dog? So I ended up getting lots printed out, fairly large, and flogging them and selling them to the mushers, as they call themselves. Selling to the mushers. Eventually, I think the following year I got cardboard mounts in bulk, and would spend my evening after the Saturday races and after I'd got the stuff printed, putting them on to mounts and going to the local hotel where the mushers were mainly staying and where their awards event was taking place later on the Sunday, and I sold quite a lot of pictures to him. Excuse me, right. Dry up my nose. Did that a few years until technology caught up with us, caught up with me, and although the money I got had paid for my digital camera eventually, somebody came up with a caravan and took photographs during the race. Naturally, by the time the mushers were back home again, or back down to the end of the race, thumbnails of the pictures were already displayed outside our little cabin, and then people could just say, oh, I want 2 of that one, and that was it. That was me blown out of the water then. Nobody really wanted large prints coming from the local photography place when they keep their run off, and I don't know, laser printer presumably. But it was fun while it lasted, it was good. Right. Oh, it's a lovely dog. You're a beauty. You are a beauty. Mind her patterns, you alright? You're a cutie, aren't you? And so are you. So are you. You don't want to get jealous, do you?
You want to get missed out?
No. That's great. Oh no, you're going to stay, are you?
Any excuse for a rest.
Oh yeah, so that's me as well. Thanks very much. Bye. Beautiful wee dogs. Clear view of sight, so I'm assuming I'm still getting a good signal. Usually the device tells me if the signal's breaking up, and it just does its own thing and shuts down on me. I think almost there, almost lunchtime. Sunny day, you always think, I won't need coffee, I'll just need a bottle of water. Once you get up here and you find it's actually blowing a bit of a breeze and it's a bit cooler, you then wish you had brought something hot. I think the jacket will be going on shortly. Oh, when we get here, I'll wind up this little live stream. See the fabulous view we've got. Oops, sorry. The view from the top is where I'm going.